friends. Welcome. Welcome to Dancing Water. I am so glad you are here for a Dancing Water practice today, restorative yoga with very minimal, very simple props. A practice that's designed to allow yourself to unwind in a simple and yet profound way. In our lives that are so full of agitation and stress, when there is so much change and uncertainty all around us, it is essential that we have the skills to allow ourselves to calm. And it's from there that we can function in a skillful, kind, and wise way. So thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here. And as it happens, we are anchoring our attention, our focus is on uncertainty. And one of my very favorite teachers about the state of uncertainty is Pema Chodron. She is a Buddhist nun, a Western Buddhist nun, who is a genius teacher. This is what she says. When we resist change, it's called suffering. But when we can completely let go and not struggle against it, when we can embrace the groundlessness of our situation and relax into its dynamic quality, it's called enlightenment, or awakening to our true nature, to our true fundamental goodness. That is what we are about, is to let go into the groundlessness as a way of awakening to our true nature and our essential fundamental goodness. So, here's what you need. Some kind of soft surface, friends. So a hardwood floor is going to need, you may be able to see, I am on a hardwood floor and I've got a padding and carpet and then a covering on top of that. You may want also a blanket or a yoga mat, something soft. And then 2 bath towels, nothing fancy, nothing you have to go buy, just 2 bath towels. And let's just fold them together. So take your bath towel, fold it once long ways, and then fold it again so that it makes this long rectangle. Okay? So set that up kind of to the top of your space. So your head is going to be up in that direction. And then do the same with the other side. Now, you may notice I've got the round edge of the fold is here at the base. So now when I fold this one, I'm going to now put the round edge of the fold up at the head. And that makes the surface that you're resting on a little more even. And just make sure that everything is nice. There's no folds or wrinkles. Because as we stay in these postures, the body starts to really feel any unevenness. The other things that you need is an eye covering or a small towel. This thing can be used either to cover your eyes or as a small pillow. You can just have one, or if you want later, the later pose will have need a pillow, and if you'd like it, an eye covering, which could be a t-shirt or a scarf or a bandana or anything. I've just got two of these small hand towels. So let's begin our practice just by taking a comfortable seat. So feel yourself. I'm just going to sit on the edge of my towels here. And you can sit anyway. If this isn't comfortable to sit on the floor, just sit in a chair. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to watch me. It's not important. Just listen to my voice and just allow yourself to arrive in this time that you've given yourself. So find a posture that feels upright and yet relaxed. The sense of alertness without tension. And take a couple of breaths and exhale as if you were blowing out a candle. So inhale, and then, right? Do you ever have the feeling like you've just run across the airport to catch your plane, and you sit down in your seat, like a sigh. I made it. I'm here. I'm on the plane. Okay, I can relax now. That's the feeling that we want to cultivate with the breath. Inhale. You might even make a little bit of sound like a sigh. One more time. And then just imagining yourself in your plane seat, looking around. So just look around the space that you're in. Orient yourself in this space. Look at the walls. If there are windows, look out the windows. Look for the doors, remembering that the nearest exit may be behind you. So look around. You might even actually twist, let your hips turn, and look around. Look up, look down, get a sense for how high the ceiling is, how far away you are from the walls. So we're going to use as a physical anchor for our practice today the arms and the legs. And part of what happens when we move from the arms and the legs is that our bodies begin to measure themselves in space. So we get a sense for where we are in space. And this gives us a sense of safety. It gives us a sense of orientation. So what we're doing with our eyes and our awareness here is also a sense of orientation. Yeah. Just moving your neck. And now, just take a breath and use your breath to lift your hands up. And then let your hands come to your head. Just feel the weight of your hands on your head. Then come around to the back of your neck, around to your front, down the sides of your body, and out. And do that again. Inhale up, onto your head, around to the back of your neck, down the sides of your body, and out. And one more time. A little weight, some touch, some grounding, some connection to yourself here and now. All right. Let's take our first pose. We're going to call this starfish pose. Maybe we'll call it starfish and periwinkle. And then crescent moon. All right. So here you just need one of your small towels or cloths to have as your head, your pillow. So get yourself oriented so that your sacrum is right at the base of your towels that are stacked on each other, and starfish yourself out into your space. So reaching hands and feet, and feel the sensation of your arms and legs reaching out, measuring the space. And take a big inhale breath here. You might even give a little bit of a stretch. And then exhale, periwinkle yourself in and draw in. And you can even draw your head in. Exhale. And then inhale. Super slowly, let the starfish unfurl onto the floor. And then let the periwinkle squeeze into the shell. Inhale, extend out. Feel your bones and your muscles reaching. And then use your bones and your muscles to fold in and squeeze. One more time. And squeeze the periwinkle in. And now starfish yourself out again. And this time, take your left leg and cross your left ankle over your right ankle. And take your left wrist in your right hand. So your right hand is gently tugging on your left wrist. Your left ankle is anchoring on the right ankle. Just feel the side body open here. Take a couple of breaths into both sides, feeling how one is long and reaching and the other is contracting. Let your eyes soften. Notice the sensation on the outside of your left hip. Notice how your left ribs are opening. And now, take a big inhale breath, stretch this shape long, and then exhale and just keep rolling to your right side. Draw yourself just softly in, and then come back to your back and extend your body into the starfish again. Give it a little stretch here, feel the symmetry, and then take your right. Now we're going to do the out and in again. So inhale long, exhale periwinkle in. Inhale. Take your time. It doesn't have to go at any particular speed. And exhale in. Follow the length of your breath. Notice if your jaw gets tight. Feeling that same sensation of sighing, even relief. Ah. Good, and then find your starfish and now cross your right ankle over your left. Gently grab a hold of your right hand with your right wrist with your left hand. And this side may feel very different. Just letting your body crescent out. Notice your shoulders. Make adjustments to the positions of your hands so that it doesn't feel any pulling or discomfort. It may feel slightly awkward to be in this position. It's not a position that we usually take. But discomfort or pain certainly. Create a shape that feels easeful and yet feeling the unique orientation of arms and legs. Breathe into both sides of your ribs, to the side of your neck, outside of your right leg from hip to ankle. Couple more breaths, friends. And then as you're ready, gently keep rolling to your left side and then onto your back and starfish out again. Ah, good. So now just check in with yourself. Just notice the sensation of your body supported by the floor and the props, the sensation of your arms and your legs. Noticing your face. Now we're going to take a modified eagle. So again, make sure that that your sacrum is up on your towels. Bend your knees so that your feet are flat on the floor. Let's begin with the arms. Take your arms out to the side and come up overhead and cross your arms around your body so that your right arm, when you look down, your right arm is on top. And now plant your left foot in the middle of your mat and cross your right leg over like you were sitting cross-legged on a stool. So just closing your eyes or lowering your gaze, looking down the length of your nose. Definitely check out your neck here. So you're in a little bit different position, and so you may need a little more lift to your head. So for me, that feels better. Feels like my chin is tucked a little better. Feel a little more supported in my neck. And imagine that the bones of your arms are like logs that have fallen in the river. Letting the current of your breath lift and lower the bones of your arms, like logs floating in the current. See if you can unhinge your jaw. Relax your lower teeth away from your upper teeth. And relax your tongue away from the top of your mouth. Feeling the bones of your legs just softly intertwined. Like grasses, grass in that same river, that grass just draping over the logs that are floating. Feel the sensation in your lips, your fingertips, and the soles of your feet. So for me, I have one sole of my foot that's on the floor and one that's floating. And depending on the length of your legs, it's possible that both of your feet are on the floor, or just the toes maybe are on the floor of your right foot. Just notice whatever that is in your feet. And now, basically leaving your elbows just where they are, release your hands and take your left palm and place it on your third eye and put your right palm on top of the left. So you're just letting your palms both stack on your forehead and using a little bit of traction, gently pull the skin on your forehead down toward your nose so more length is created in your back of your neck. So just feeling the warmth and the weight on your forehead, this gentle tug down through the front of your face, your forehead, so that the back of your neck can lengthen. And then very gently push your left leg away. So your left foot gets away. Now your right sole of your foot should still be crossed over your leg and just rest it. Sole of the foot on the floor, right knee pointing toward the ceiling. Just a different orientation of arms and legs, and noticing how that lands in your shoulders and your hips. Notice what happens in your breath. Notice if you get the I made it onto the airplane kind of sigh. Check out shoulders and inner thighs and hips for any gripping or holding. You need to make any adjustments that you need. Ask yourself in this moment, what could I soften? And then very gently uncross your legs. Let both of your legs come long. Uncross your hands. Again, wrapping around. And then as if you were taking a t-shirt off, let your elbows come up over your face. Elbows circle around past your shoulders and down. And just pause here for a moment. Feeling your body resting on the floor. And let's do the other side. So bend your knees one at a time, taking the soles of your feet flat on the floor. Tee your arms out to the side and come around, this time with your left arm on top of your right. So look down, you should be able to see your left arm. And then keeping your right sole of your foot solid and in the center of your mat, cross your left leg easily over the right. And adjusting your bones in any way that feels good. Asking yourself, how comfortable can I be in this shape? And feeling the sensation of a hugging in. The arms are designed both to reach out and connect with the world, but also to hold close and hug in. Legs can create safety and protection by running, but they can also create protection by folding in. Feeling your breath, moving the bones of your arms. Like a boat being lifted in waves. Feel the fluidity of your breath, moving the weight of your arms. Feeling the drape of your left leg over your right. Notice right here, right now, what parts of your body feel heavy and what parts of your body feel light. Then very gently, let your hands spiral up. And now your right hand comes to your forehead, to your third eye, and your left hand is on top of your right. So there's weight and warmth gently pulling down on the skin, on the space between your eyebrows, opening up the back of your neck, and then pushing your right leg long and letting your left leg stay bent. Sole of the left foot flat on the floor. Right, left knee pointing toward the ceiling. Making any adjustments that you need. Feeling your hands supporting your head. Feeling the comfort and reassurance of your hands and arms. Noticing sensation in your shoulders and your hips. See if you can relax your belly. Let your belly softly receive your breath. Feel the sensation in your face, your skin. Noticing where your skin is in contact with air or floor or props or clothes. Just notice your skin. Then again, very slowly, uncross your left leg. Extend your left leg long. Let your hands come back to your shoulders. Your elbows gently drift up over your head like you're taking off a t-shirt. And then elbows circle around, down, and out. And just let yourself rest here for just a moment. Just feeling what you notice in your body. It doesn't matter what you notice. Just allowing yourself to have the awareness of whatever is happening right now. Surfing the uncertainty of sensation. Sensation comes and sensation goes. Emotions come and go. Thoughts come and go. It's all fine. Just notice. And now one more time with the starfish. Reach yourself long. Feel the inner line of your leg from big toe to groin. The inner line of your arm from thumb to armpit. And then periwinkle yourself in. Give yourself a hug. And then slowly pour yourself, roll to one side. And gently use your hand, push down. And bring yourself up to seated. So give yourself a minute to reorient as we set up for our last posture. So very slowly, use the time in between the poses as an opportunity to practice slowing down and supporting yourself. So now take your towels, take your top towel and fold it once and then again to make a log. Now, this again depends on your body. You may want to have it be less, or you could even have it be more of a lift. But we're gonna start with this, and then you can adjust. I'm gonna do an option for this pose with my feet against the wall. Well, it's not a wall. Mine is a bookcase. It doesn't have to be a wall. It could be anything that's just near the floor, so that the soles of your feet can be against something. You don't have to do that if that's not conducive in your space. You can let that go. But sometimes having a little resistance or a little bit of connection with your feet calms the nervous system. So this first log that you made is going to be for your knees. So you're going to set that about a third of the way away from the wall. And then take your other towel and do the same thing. This is for your sacrum. So the second towel is for your sacrum, for the low part of your back. Okay? And then you want to have your small towel for your head. And if you'd like an eye covering, a second towel, you're welcome to do that too. So let's slowly move. So if you'd like to set yourself up against the wall, start with your feet flat against the wall, and then put the towel underneath your knees. And then slowly roll back. You may need to adjust here. Say for me, I need to get your log underneath your sacrum. So what you want to feel is a little lift in your pelvis, not your low back, okay? So take your time to really get this support in the bony part of your pelvis rather than the mobile part of your low back. So you should feel a little bit of an incline. It's not big, but there's a little bit of a lift through your hips. So the front of your hips, your hip flexors, open up. Again, get some support under your head so that your neck is long at the back. And there should be a little space under here, under your neck. Check out your feet and your knees. So your feet don't have to be forcing. It's just a matter of feeling a little bit of contact, which again allows yourself to feel oriented in the space. Now arms, lots of options with your arms. In this pose, I actually really enjoy a sensation of a soft hands overhead. I'm not stretching here. I'm just laying my arms up over my head. My elbows are soft. My wrists are soft. The backs of my hands are just resting on the floor. So soft elbows and soft knees. Heavy pelvis released onto the towel, to the support. Now, if this doesn't feel good with your arms, other options are really anything that you want. But so one thing that might feel good is letting your palms rest behind you, right at this space that's in your low back. That's a possibility. It's also possible to let your arms come out to the side, either palms up or palms down. You could let your hands rest on your rib cage, on your belly, on your hips. But it's totally fine if you take your arms in any position and then it stops working for you. And if that happens, just very slowly and gently make a different choice. It's not about how super still you can be. It's about how deeply you can connect to the uncertainty of whatever arises as you practice. So one of the things that can be helpful is letting light come, your eyes stop their seeing. Stop looking. And relaxing your eyes into darkness, a little bit of weight. Be really easeful. So as I do that, I can feel my chest relax, my jaw relax, my shoulders let go. So just check out what happens for you. Let your breath do exactly what it wants to do. There's no need to make it any different or special in any way. Just let your breath breathe itself. Your body wants to return to that sigh that we did at the beginning. You could even hum Create some vibration in your breath. Oh. Mm. Even horse lips. Imagine the fronts of your hips, the front of your hip joint. The muscles there are called the hip flexors. Imagine them like two lilies floating on the water. The water of your breath lifting up the fronts of your hips, gently allowing the lilies, the water lilies, to bloom a little bit bigger on the inhale, and then softly close in just a little bit on the exhale. So petals open up on your inhale and soften on your exhale. Bring some attention to your lower legs. Imagining the two bones of your lower legs, and as you breathe, imagining a little more space between the bones of your lower legs. Imagining your lower arms, your forearms, same thing, two bones. As you breathe, let them open. Create a little bit of space, and then soften. Long bones of your femurs. Let them relax. Notice if there's any holding, any residual tension in your thighs. Long humerus bones of your upper arms, whatever position they're in, just let them get heavy. And let the muscles around them let go, unwind. This is a position that you could stay in as long as you wanted. I welcome you. If you want to pause this recording and stay here, please do. Just let the recording play out and just come out of it whenever you're ready. And whenever you're ready, very gently bend your knees one at a time, placing your feet on the towel where your knees just were. Whatever arm position you had, draw your elbows and arms into your center. So both your knees and your elbows are bent. And then very gently pour yourself to one side. Roll off the supports. And just let yourself pause here on your side just for a moment. Feel that sensation and then take the top hand and put yourself up. Come to a comfortable seat very easily without rush, without hurrying. If you've got tea or water, you can take that. And listening again to the words of Pema Chodron. When we resist change, it's called suffering. But when we can completely let go and not struggle against it, when we can embrace the groundlessness of our situation and relax into its dynamic quality, that's called enlightenment, or awakening to our true nature, to our fundamental goodness. So taking a moment, breathing in, and taking a sip. Hydrating your body and your intention to be with uncertainty. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell for notifications for when new practices are posted. And please share any of these practices that are helpful to you. Let this net of love extend out to anyone who needs it, no matter what their situation, no matter what their circumstances of life. I offer these freely, and I hope that you will help me by sharing the word. And please reach out to me. You can find me at my blog at focuspocusnow.com and at my website, it's susanmccully.com. I love to hear from you. Comments, emails. Let me know how you're doing and how I can help more. Until next time, goodbye for Dancing Water.